Shut the talking to
What up, bitches? It's the misanthropic one, aka He Who Hungers, and I'm back up in this bitch for another rant. This is gonna be my rant on commission paying jobs. And the reason I'm doing this video is, number one, I worked a commission paying job before. Number two, I hate being a customer and having to deal with motherfuckers that work commission paying jobs. And number three, there was an example today that I'm gonna speak on shortly, but for those that don't know, I talked about this briefly in a video that I made a couple of years ago in my, what's the video? I Just Want to Be Friends bullshit, the friend zone video. I was talking about a book that I was writing back in like 2006, 2007 about all the shit that I fucking hate in life. And I cover this shit in the book, but I want to save that story for the book. I just gotta stop being lazy one day and fucking write all the shit down. You know, I wrote a good chunk of it, but I really want to publish this shit one day. It is really good. But the story I have about the job that I used to have, that was a commission paying job, that one's good, so I'm gonna save that one for the book. But anyway, the example I want to talk about was that me and my man Longshot 1982, I've talked about him on my channel. Shout out to Longshot. Just a side note, again, a lot of people ask about the statues I have in the background of my condo, and sometimes I'll be at Longshot's house and I'll be filming and you'll see statues in the background. He has a great channel that he talks about all this shit, and me and him are both statue collectors. But if you want to go in depth and ask hardcore questions, because I get a lot of questions about this shit, go subscribe to Longshot 1982. Go watch his videos. He makes great videos on the shit. So there you go. But me and Longshot were hanging out, and he wants to buy a new whip, and he has his eyes set on a Land Rover. So we go over to this place called 21st Century Auto on Route 22 in Springfield, New Jersey. And all my Jersey heads should know Route 22, the most infamous fucking highway in America, one of the most infamous highways on America. But anyway, he was kind of leery to go there because he's been there previously, and he told me that he went in there because he knows they got the Land Rover that he likes. He drove onto the lot, and three of these niggas came flying up, these fucking salesmen came flying up like fucking sharks in the water, beelining it to his car before he even got out of the shit. So he had his heart set on test driving this shit, and based on that situation, you know, it's an inevitability that you have to deal with these fuckers, because you know, you have to go there and ask for the keys to go take it for a test drive, and they're gonna sit with you and talk to you and shit like that. So like death, it's inevitable. So I guess, you know, I was kind of iffy, but I didn't want to, you know, bring down his high, I guess, for lack of a better word. He wanted to go there and do it. So, you know, we went up there, and sure enough, we park, we get out of the car. Longshot says, uh-oh, here we go. So I turn around, here comes one of these dudes, comes running up, and I'm like, oh God. So we just start walking in as if we don't see him, but here he comes behind us. Hey, guys looking for anything in particular, blah, 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 blah. And, you know, he was just like, no, I'm just looking, you know. And he was a little bit persistent, and my man Longshot said to him, you know, I'm kind of leery about coming to these places because I don't like to be bothered. So then I guess the guy got the hint and said, you know, if you have any questions, just come get me. I'm right over there, you know. And I gotta give it to Longshot because I always bust his balls about not being aggressive enough because I'm just a motherfucker who's angry. And I'm at the point in my life where I just tell it like it is. I'm just tell him, listen, I just want to look. Don't bother me. Leave me alone. I just want to look at this shit. Okay? But I give it to Longshot because the guy got the hint and he walked away. So, mind you, that was like the first minute we were in that bitch. So, you know, Longshot gets in the Land Rover he likes. He tells me to get in, give my opinion on it, whatever. We were in and out of the Land Rover literally another minute or two. So we get out. Longshot sees, I think it was a Jag or some shit. So he walks over to that. Now, to make a long story short, in between us walking over to the Jag and us actually looking at the Jag, probably was another 2, maybe 3 minutes tops. In between there, it was 3 other motherfuckers that came and tried to fucking put the pressure on him or us, whatever. And it was funny because the last guy that asked, it was almost like the same fucking rhetoric too. The last guy that asked, oh, you need any help? He was gonna go into it, but then the third person that came and asked, he went outside, but then he came back and said, no, those guys are good. Don't worry about them, they're good. They don't need any help. You know, it was almost like he was buttering him or us up, you know, because they didn't know who was buying the cars or whatever, so that's why I say us. So it just, oh God, it turned my man Longshot off. And he didn't even want to test drive the car anymore. He was just like, fuck it, let's just get out of here because I'm just so pissed off. The whole experience is fucking ruined. And yeah, I totally agree. I cannot stand commission paying jobs, like I said, because I've worked commission paying jobs and I don't like being the customer and having to deal with you motherfuckers. Okay? In other words, I don't like to ass kiss and I don't like my ass kissed. They're both very uncomfortable positions for me to be in. Point blank. I don't know what else to tell you motherfuckers. And I don't want any of you niggas coming here saying, oh, well, you know, it's a job and I gotta eat and all that bullshit, which brings me to my next point. Yeah, we all gotta eat, motherfucker. But that's another thing that pisses me off about you motherfuckers is the fact that you won't hesitate to put your life on the line or somewhat sell yourselves. I'll give you an example. I happened to watch that show, reality TV show, by the way. Y'all know I can't stand reality TV, but this one was actually good. The Shark Tank show, the one with Mark Cuban on it, where people have inventions or ideas that they come up with and then they have to convince the billionaires or buyers to invest in their product. I watched one and I forget what the actual invention was, but the person started to not talk about the product itself, but started to talk about, I forget if it was a his or her family, started to talk about that. And that to me strikes me as fucking pathetic, that you're willing to go that fucking far to make a buck. Like, this was beautiful when I watched that Shark Tank show, because the one dude said, what are you doing? Like, why are you putting your family out there? I don't want to hear about that. I want to hear about your product. That's not my fucking problem that you gotta eat. So do I, motherfucker. Order me a fucking sandwich while you're at it. I gotta eat too. I'm fucking sick of that shit. Stop doing that shit. I went to one car dealership where one dude actually did that shit, where I was convinced to buy something and you know, they put up little tokens of empathy, as I like to call them. Like, they'll have pictures of their fucking family and they'll be turned towards you so you can empathize with them, and then they start telling you stories of their life and this and that. The fucking stories and the laughs are so fucking plastic and fake. I don't like dealing with it. I just don't. So I don't want none of you Negroes or none of you niggas coming here saying, oh, you're fucked up for saying that shit. Fuck you. I don't like dealing with it. Left to me, you should abolish commission paying jobs. They should be abolished, because I'm the type of motherfucker that believes if your product is that fucking good, people will come and buy the shit. Now, I know what people are gonna say. People are gonna say, well, if that's the case, you would have a bunch of motherfuckers standing around doing nothing. Well, hey, listen, someone has to man the buildings or man the cars or process finance or take money or whatever the case may be. They still have to be there. The people should be there, and they should get paid a regular hourly wage. That's what I believe. And if I want a car that bad, I'm gonna be dead set on getting that car, and I will have to talk to one of you guys eventually. So I don't need you coming up, putting your nose up my ass and sniffing my asshole. I don't fucking want that. And I know that some of you dudes that work commission must feel this same way, that you don't like doing this shit. You don't like to fucking go around and kiss niggas' asses. You just don't like it. I know I didn't like it when I was doing my commission paying job a long time ago. I fucking hated that shit with a passion. I do not believe in plastic conversations. I don't want to kiss your ass, and I don't want my ass being kissed. That's it. Plain and simple. I don't know what else to fucking tell you. Shout out to Longshot 1982. Go subscribe to his shit. And that's it. Don't fucking troll me with you're fucked up or this and that and the third. I'm just gonna block your ass. I don't even have time to go back and forth with half of you niggas anymore. But that's it, all right? Everybody else, y'all know the deal. Leave your love, leave your hate. Most of all, subscribe. Fuck commission paying jobs, and that's it. Peace, bitches.